Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook and all the other streaming platforms that we now use. Hopefully you're having a nice Friday, and you know, it's almost the weekend.
I can't even name those other platforms. I don't know.
YouTube,
we're on a bunch of
our
them.
app. Yeah, we have so many more now.
Yeah, it is Friday, TGIF. Last punch of the clock, the last shopping weekend before Christmas, so I'll dig into that. We've got a few thunderstorms back by I-95 as well. I'm going to show you. They're weakening a bit as they try to get in here, but they have prompted some warnings back west of I-95, so I'll show you that in just a little bit. One more shot of a shower or two. The bulk of the overnight rain is gone, but we'll show you that last shot and then talk about the cooler air coming in later today.
Okay.
Details on that just a little bit.
All right, great. Well, before we dive into all of that, we do have a story out of Pamlico County today. The rise in flu cases in the county has prompted the schools to shift from in-person learning to remote learning. So everything, you know, going virtual for yesterday and also today they're doing that. They're just seeing a lot of students coming in sick or a lot of students calling out sick. So they decided for kindergarten through 8th graders, those schools throughout the county are doing remote learning days. So
it's nice that option is there. And I imagine this is probably a post-COVID era thing.
This is, because when I was in college, whenever we had like snow storms or snow days or anything like that, instead of taking the day completely off, they had the option to do remote learning. So great to see that they're still able to learn, but obviously all these kids getting sick right before the holidays is not fun to hear.
Christmas coming next week. Hopefully they can get back out of it by the time we get to Christmas.
Yeah, all right, so let's take a look at what the school system had to say about it.
Flu cases are rising in schools across Pamlico County, which is why the school system has decided to make the switch to remote learning.
It's a good idea. It keeps it from spreading around, especially here at the holidays. So I think it's a good idea.
Pamlico County school officials say students in kindergarten through 8th grade will be attending virtual classes for the next day and a half until break to support the health and safety of students and staff. But the schools are not the only ones seeing the increase in flu cases.
Sunday or Monday, we saw over 50 patients, and most of them had the flu.
Physician assistant Angie Seligman at Carolina Quick Care says they've been busy seeing patients come in with the flu. Many of them, Seligman says, is because of the lack of getting vaccinated.
Children just haven't received their influenza vaccine this season, for whatever reason that is.
Seligman encourages everyone, including children, to get the flu vaccine to prevent the spread.
It spreads so easily, so once it's in the school system, kids touch their noses, they touch the desk. I mean, how could you not get it, you know? And some of the teachers that have come in, you know, were saying like, you know, all but 6 kids were out because, you know, they've had such a high rate of influenza.
Seligman believes the Pamlico County school system made the right short-term call to move classes online.
And if these kids would have stayed in school through Friday, they would have had more exposure and maybe developed symptoms 2 to 3 days later, and then that would ruin their Christmas holiday.
I think it is important to note that they're able to have this option, especially like we said during Christmas time. If they were to go to school and get exposed, it could make for a pretty sick Christmas at home. Yeah,
I just like that option is there at all. As somebody, you know, did all my schooling well before COVID, the concept of being able to stay home and do online learning is really cool. Hopefully the parents are ready for that. And and more importantly, hopefully everybody can get healthy before we get to Christmas next week.
I agree. All right, well, let's talk weather. Good thing, well, actually today we're seeing nice temperatures now, or mild temperatures, but we're going to get colder.
It's nice out
throughout the day. Yeah,
we've got mid-60s outside, all counties. From Pitt County through the beaches, Duplin County, Esmeralda, Chinquapin, super windy down there. Yeah, that wind will gust 30 plus at times, Esmeralda, and it'll be a colder wind later today. That's the big thing. It's a warm wind this morning, but that's 65. We'll tumble into the mid 50s later. By the time we're getting to 5 p.m. quitting time, a lot of us into the 40s, and with the wind blowing, it'll feel colder than that. So have the jacket ready for later today when you're getting out of work. You're not going to feel a need, many of you, this morning, lunchtime, even early afternoon. before that chilly push comes in. Sunshine will be out. It's just not going to warm us at all. It's going to get colder later. Atypical. Isolated showers, even a rumble of thunder. There's a look at the little band of windy storms. Winds are gusting over 50 with that little band there pushing in towards Nash County, still west of I-95. This is getting weaker. I don't expect that it's going to strengthen as it approaches our northern counties. A few showers, though, some gusty winds. We are seeing winds strong enough for the Weather Service to put out a severe thunderstorm warning. That'll be through 8 a.m. I apologize for my misspelling there. Just type that up real quick before we get over here. Through 8 a.m. That includes Nash County, a little west of Rocky Mount. You're not in there. Wilson, you're not in that. Western Wilson County in that. But again, kind of weakening as it approaches. So maybe a wind gust over 50 with that band for a few of you. Isolated, tree limb down, maybe a little light damage to some structures back there. You go further south, just some broken little showers there ahead of the front. That's going to zip through here in a hurry over the next 2 to 3 hours. As it does so, it takes those few showers with it. And then off the coast, by the time we hit probably 11 a.m. midday. Let me take you through the overnight. It was a wet night, as expected. Widespread showers, rumble of thunder, 2 near the coast. No severe weather, though, until now. Those few showers I showed you will get you back up to the present time. And you can see that little area weakening as it approaches I-95. We should be fine on that. All righty, those clouds clear out of here midday today. How much rain last night? About a half an inch, generally, give or take. Third of an inch or so in northern counties, and then a solid inch, I would say, down near the coast. I was expecting a widespread inch of rain, so we're a little bit under where I thought we'd end up. But we did okay. Hopefully that'll help with the drought a little bit next week's update. All right, air temp, nice, mid-60s. Everybody's, I take that back, Manio 55. Everybody else is in the 60s generally out the door and holding through midday. Look at the winds, southwest 20, gusting 30 occasionally. And it's that wind energy helping to fuel that little band of storms I showed you, prompted that severe thunderstorm warning back west of I-95. Cloudy to sunny, chilly winds, inland gusting 20, 25, southwest to westerly later. I say chilly winds, they will be later. They're warm winds or mild winds this morning, mid-50s this afternoon and falling. There's the wind switch. All right, that's your cold front. See where that wind goes from southwest to west, west-northwest. Cold front comes through. By the time we hit early afternoon, the front's off the coast. Dry air rushes in, chillier air. Those are sustained winds at 18. Add 10 for wind gusts. Near 30 gusting this afternoon. Evening hours, winds relax. Tomorrow will be calm. Good looking day Saturday. It's going to be a little chilly in the morning, but clear skies, little to no wind. Maybe 5 on that breeze into the afternoon. You can see my Saturday afternoon wind still under 5. Temp tracker, down we go. 67 degrees-ish through lunchtime. 62 to 56, 2 to 4 p.m. Just tumbling temps later this afternoon. We're punching out of work. We're falling into the 40s. With the wind blowing, you could subtract 5 to 10 off those temps this evening. So if you're going out to dinner this evening, it's going to be chilly. That window's going to bite a little bit. We're calm by tomorrow morning. Air temp near freezing, rebounding to the low to mid 50s Saturday afternoon. 53, 54, I think, should do us. Below normal temps tomorrow. All righty, let's give you that wide perspective. The mess on the East Coast moving out. Watch that front. I'll put it into motion. And we showed you the wind switch as the front rolls through. There's the afternoon hours. Even those few clouds I've got on there later today, a few too many. Blue skies as the sun sets. Sunset right around 5 p.m. Saturday morning. I'll get you towards sunrise. Quiet map. Cold start. Cool finish. Not much, if any, precip on the map. A few snowflakes upstate New York. That's about it. All right, watch the milder air come back on Sunday. There's Sunday morning. A little rain on the Gulf Coast. Not coming our way. That front comes through Sunday evening with no precipitation. But the cold air back there, that will move in Sunday night. So after 60 Sunday, down we go again. Monday, highs in the mid-40s the way it looks right now. The skies will be sunny Monday, but it's going to stay chilly as we get into the afternoon hours. All right, Tuesday, that next front, some rain to the north. Most of the data says no rain for us. I put 10% on my 8-day. We may end up with a little bit more, but not much. It's a pretty dry forecast as we head towards Christmas, and more importantly, a warming forecast. Start with today, breezy, 30% rain chance through about 10, 11 a.m. And then the afternoon goes sunny. The winds relax tomorrow at 53 for the high. The latter half of the weekend, 61. As you're out and about shopping this weekend, no weather worries. Winds will stay light Sunday as well. Chilly in the mornings, jackets in the morning, Saturday afternoon as well. And Sunday we get a little warmer. Monday, I mentioned that cold shot for a day anyway. High 47, back to the 50s. Tuesday, a few clouds, rain chance slim. And then Christmas Eve, Santa's loading up the sleigh, hitting the skies. 62 Wednesday afternoon. Overnight lows, clear skies. No issues for the reindeer. Temperatures in the 40s, starry skies. Christmas morning, as we get up to open the gifts, we'll be at about 40 when the sun comes up Christmas morning. And then the afternoon, that's nice. That screams outside. Mid-60s, you want it warmer. Looks like a 70-degree high will be possible on Friday, and that may ease up to Christmas Day. Still a bit of a ways out, so we'll be adjusting that. I think the big story next week, the warming temps with those near 70-degree highs for Christmas.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And that warm air, it's not just us. When we come back at 8, I'll show you the travel forecast. Most of the nation above normal temps. There may be 80s on the Gulf Coast, 70s the central U.S., 60s all the way up to Chicago for Christmas, the way it looks right now. West Coast, a mess. I'll talk about that. If you're headed that way, issues Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up. It sounds like if for Santa coming our way, travel's looking fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're looking to do any traveling, maybe to the West Coast next week.
Wednesday.
Wednesday is the big day. Not a good one.
Wednesday into Thursday. It'll be Wednesday, the coastal states out there, and then into the Intermountain West for Christmas Day. The mountains will have a big white Christmas probably.
Okay,
It'll
well,
be a pretty
good
good
for them.
snowstorm out there. And that storm will work across the country. It looks like
Sure.
getting to the East Coast the weekend after Christmas, maybe
Okay.
Saturday into Sunday.
So it sounds like we might not be hanging on to those 70-degree days.
No, latter half of the weekend, the Christmas weekend, anybody traveling back home, watch the forecast. We've got to see how that evolves.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
Yep.
Thank you for the update, Jim.
Yep.
And thank you all for joining us this morning. We have Esmeralda and Diana in our comments over on Facebook. Thanks so much for tuning in. Diana's saying thunder. Did we hear any thunder or catch any rumbles of thunder last night?
Not many,
or?
but a
Okay.
few areas, especially near the coast. And then this
Gotcha.
line approaching I-95, maybe a quick crackle there.
Okay.
Again, that's weakening. The severe
Gotcha.
thunderstorm warnings back there, unlikely they'll be continued further off to the east with that storm, or the line of showers and storms weakening as they approach.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Well, we'll be back again at 8 a.m. for another news and weather update. Hope you guys have a great Friday.
Right.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.